Eduardo, the next wine we're going to share is something really special. So this is Clay Shannon 2019 Petite Sirah from Lake County.
It wouldn't be a club without Lake County. That's for sure.
I think when we're looking at, new exciting regions that sommeliers and winemakers and grape growers are really getting excited
consumers.
about. And consumers. I
absolutely.
think you're right. I think Lake County needs to be included. So this is a bordering county of Napa Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And really interesting soils up there. So it's these ancient volcanoes and lava flows that were there many, many years ago, which creates these ridges and this interesting, soil composition.
The mineral-rich soil composition, red soils, right?
And we have this lake there that maybe moderates temperature a little bit, but you get a lot of warmth, you get a lot of ripeness. Just some beautiful wine. Shannon, as a producer up there, owns I think a couple thousand of acres.
Yeah.
Really, really focused on not only the winemaking and the viticulture, but also conservation of the area to keep it pristine, to keep it beautiful, to keep it open for.
I'd say there's two producers that have really put a lot of money investment and raised the flag high for Lake County. Koffer being one of them. Mm-hmm. Bam! Talk about the Muhammad Ali of wine business in the valley, in Napa Valley proper. And these guys, and they've definitely planted pristine vineyards. They're doing 100% Petite Sirah in this bottling, which, man, does it have everything it takes right there.
Yeah, and Petite Sirah, which is a beautifully named grape, has another not so beautiful name.
Durif, right?
Durif, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was named after a doctor, and that happened to be his last name. So kind of been rebranded here in the States as Petite Sirah, but offers a lot of. You could see the color. It's a very inky. It's a very dark grape. Its home is here in California, is where you see a lot of it, and it makes these beautifully concentrated wines that really kind of stand up on its own with some richness and some tannin.
I get some layers of like plum, a little bit of a walnut shell component, tannic, tobacco, fresh tobacco. Just lovely.
And I can tell you some of the most interesting older California wines I've ever had have been older Petite Sirah.
Really?
I did not know there's so much tannin and richness in these wines that they really have the legs to go for years and years and years. And it's a grape that's really fun to drink youthfully because it's bright and it's got a lot of density, but oh man, when you age them.
The pairing on the magazine, this is quite intriguing. This is not something I try every day. This is an escarole galette with the black olives and pine nuts.
Yes.
Holy Christmas.
So we're talking about, density on the table, density in the glass. I think you really need something that's going to really hold up to black olives and pine nuts and this buttery crust. So I think
the crust.
I think this wine is going to just shine.
Really beautiful wine. Any time of the day, you would say.
Sure.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Chin
Cheers.
chin.